What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail, my G. Um, Revisiting the black family having zero net worth by 2053. Uh, I did a video about evictions and foreclosures. And I was sitting here, mulling it over, thinking in my mind. And I was like, where did I hear? What does this have to deal with? And then I thought about that old article. I think it was 2017, 2018. And I started looking at it and like, this is what technically they're talking about as far as us having a zero net worth by 2053. Saw a clip yesterday of like the tent city in Oakland or whatever. And I was like, you know what? With automation, them laying off jobs, the apartment industry, complex building industry in boom, and homes, the price of homes keep going up. But on top of that, I think the price of homes is going to exceedingly go higher because they're building more apartments. So it's the scarcity of of actual land, like in metropolitan cities in particular. And I was like, wait a minute. And we already have like, you know, basically major cities in America. So all the major cities is actually where everything is funneled through. So you could say 50 to 100 actual metropolitan cities in America. I'm just giving it two per state because, some states people don't go to that much. But here's the problem. Where do we lie in that? And even with the quote unquote gender war and in this fracturing of us as a community, and you got people going with the Democratic agenda, the liberal agenda, the conservative agenda, the LGBT agenda, the we all the saviors of the world agenda, and not taking into consideration all these other groups are actually buying land, making sure they're not broke in the near future. And then I thought about the white population, 55% over, I believe it's 55% over 55 years old. So those people are gonna die off. And I'm like, okay, so that just because they're gonna die off, every other group has a population of that too. So each other group is gonna die off also. And this media mixing of America, trying to get into a more brown nation, as um, is it race mixing? Not race mixing. I forgot what BGS used to call it. But what wound up happening, I'm sitting there like, basically by the time if you don't have a home, and see, homes are just like cars, but it's a mathematical process. Once you pick a home, you got to mathematically understand how long, 30-year, 15-year, 10-year mortgage, whatever it is, how long they're gonna get you. And with the refinancing, they're gonna start you over from scratch with refinancing, or they're gonna try to at least. Even if you sign up for a refinance with the same company, I can tell you what they're probably gonna do. They're gonna give you a new account number, and you're gonna have the same amount of years on your old one. But once the new account number switches, they're gonna restart the clock from zero on you. So I thought about it in the sense of like, you know what? With all of these single parent households and single people, you're going to have single people trying to pay off a home with all the other expenses of living coming at them, and most people may not be able to afford it. Other people, when we look at household income, that's a two-person household. We're talking about these people are worth this. Normally, that's set by a two-person household. Our household income, I don't think it's set by a two-person household. I think it's set by a single person. So dealing with that, add the child support, add the escapism of spending to feel better, emotional spending. add the rising cost of everything that keeps going up, and if you don't pay off your house probably in the next 10 to 15 years, you might not have a house. I'm just gonna be real with you. If you on your own, if you don't even get into that market, there may not be anything to get by the time you do. And then I thought about it, that zero net worth, because a lot of people's net worth is in their home, the average American, not the rich. I'm like, well, yeah, because we're gonna be perpetual renters. Now you ask about what about the rich kids who are the sons and daughters of these rich people right now? That's a good question, because what it looks like, using the Jay-Z thing, when Jay-Z dies, his kids are not gonna have, you know, selling off title, so it's a minority stake probably. You sell it off, selling off a good portion of Ace of Spade. That's. So by the time his kids reach a certain age, it's probably going to be minority stake, if not any at all. So he's going to have a lot of money. They're going to inherit a lot of money, but are they going to have any controlling interest over a product that actually reaps them residual income? It don't look like that. Same thing with all the other, quote unquote athletes and entertainers and business people. Not so much, but so much, because we're not saying that their kids are going to go into the family business that these business people have laid out for them. So, and you add divorce to that for the people who get married and divorced, and where that money goes. I can see how it's gonna come across like that. We might not have, much of anything, but you got to understand something. We don't own much wealth in America anyways, but now is the median household thing. That's like a nail in the coffin. And see, and with America, trying to figure out ways to fund other groups, and make sure that they're okay, and those same groups fight against us with reparations. I'm like, okay, so basically, it looks like the government in the future will bail out every group in America financially while saying, y'all don't deserve reparations. That's what it looked like. While we're, constantly hitting negatives as a group financially because of the rising cost of living. So it's about to be a bumpy ride. But we can, take these things into consideration and start to reverse these for the near future, and prepare our children for real life, not the life, not the American dream. But like, share, subscribe, or die trying. I'm done with this one. Peace.